The story begins 1,000 years from now on planet Sakaar, where a priestess named Venkiera is convincing her people to hate the Green Scar, aka Hulk, claiming he is a monster, and so are all the Harg who follow him. The Harg argue that they gave them freedom, but when they look around, all they see are a shattered earth, molten rivers, ashen skies, beasts driven mad and murderous by unnatural change, alien vines strangling the golden fields of their ancestors, and green-skinned monsters roaming among them. Two Harg siblings, Belo and Tala, while wandering through the wilderness in search of refuge, unfortunately encounter Venkiera's guards. Tala urges Belo to run, as she plans to keep the guards occupied. Their weapons can't harm her, and she gives them one chance to ride away before she shows them what a Harg can do. However, two guards appear from behind to capture her. The captain commands the guards to kill her, deeming her too old, which lures Belo out of hiding. He is captured while attempting to save Tala, who gets hit by their weapons. A Harg named Amadeus roams the trash area to collect broken toys to fix, and suddenly, he is approached by Tala, who asks for help before losing consciousness. He recognizes her as his granddaughter. After she regains consciousness, Amadeus tells her that she was hit by an overcranked Shi'ar neural stinger. She should be dead by now, but her strength allowed her to survive. She responds that she isn't as strong as him. She reveals that her mother told her about where he lived and his story. Her mother said he saved the world 9 times, but he corrects her, stating he only saved the world twice on his own. The rest was Banner, who is the Green Scar and the World Breaker. Tala doesn't know who Banner is. She thought the Green Scar was Amadeus, the one who saved them all, not the World Breaker. He explains that she has no idea. He and Banner broke too many things. He once saved the village from the Wildebot's attack, but the bot was powered by an alien energy source that was released when he smashed it. 50 years later, 100 people in the village died of cancer. So he chose to fix toys, which he considers safer for everyone. Tala reveals that Venkiera stole her brother, who is only 5, and it's not safe for him. They decide to make their way to rescue him. Balo is kept in a shadow starship. As far as Amadeus can tell, he is all right. Tala attempts to fight her way in, but Amadeus stops her, as smashing is not always the solution. He was best known for using his brains. He uses his robot to infiltrate the ship and reach Balo, who is indeed fine. There are many imprisoned Harg kids. Amadeus asks Tala to take cover because it's time for him to smash. However, he is suddenly attacked by a robot that uses gamma inhibitors to prevent him from transforming. Tala shields the gamma inhibitors for him to transform, and he takes down the robot. However, the transformation only lasts for a few seconds. There are many gamma inhibitor robots prepared for him, and they are not strong enough against those robots, so they need Banner's help. In the past, in New Mexico, Banner's son, Scar, is upset upon arriving home and not finding his father there. He is approached by his auntie Jen, who came to find him after hearing that he had disappeared after teaming up with Gamma Flight. She wonders what is going on. Scar reveals he is looking for his father. She tried looking for Banner too, but is sure he is off the planet for a moment. He says his father told him he would never leave him. Then he died and came back, but he never tried to find him again. She tells him that Banner has broken a lot of things in his life, so maybe he thought that Scar would be better off alone. Banner once promised to rebuild the stone starship of Scar's mother's people. Jen has the plans, and if Scar wants to build it, she could help him. He realizes that Jen wants to get rid of him too. He knows what she is saying. He believes no one wants him or needs him. He is much like his father, and he doesn't belong here. Jen comforts him, saying he belongs wherever he wants to belong. He responds that it's not true because Sakaar doesn't want him. Jen has no idea what he did there. He feels stuck, but when he reaches out through the stones of this planet, all he sees are puny humans who hate him as much as Sakaar. Suddenly, he is shocked to see people running in panic. They are being hunted by a monster, and Scar goes out to confront it. However, he doesn't make war with the monster, but rather helps free it from the trap. As the monster calms down, it gets shot down by the Bureau of Alien Neutralization, who protect the planet from invasive species. Scar mistakes the term invasive species to include himself and transforms to attack them. Jen shows up to stop Scar from killing the soldiers. Jen ties the soldiers up and is surprised to see that Scar can make friends. He tells her that the monster is from Sakaar and probably got lost during his father's war. She gives him a tablet from the soldiers that has a list of monsters they attempt to hunt. She says she was trying to tell him that he isn't just a kid. She thinks they should fire up the starship to find a place where he can grow up in peace. He already knows that he doesn't belong here, and together with the monster, they venture somewhere else. Back on Sakaar, Tala tries to protect Amadeus from gamma inhibitors. She has the ability to absorb power, Amadeus transforms to destroy the ground, leading the robots into lava, and they manage to get away. Venkiera watches them escape from afar, but doesn't allow her guards to pursue them, because old Amadeus may still have enough brains to be planning for that. She needs her guards here to defend the fortress. Tala is upset that she can't save Belo. Amadeus doesn't like leaving him behind either, but he is alright for now. Tala doesn't understand why Venkiera only wants children. Amadeus tells her it's because they are less powerful and easier to experiment on, as Venkiera has a bigger plan. As the tablet loses the signal from Balo, Tala attempts to go back and get him out of there, but Amadeus stops her. They are not strong enough to do that, and they need Banner's help. While on their way to find Banner, they come across a floating city that floats by as if nothing matters down here. Amadeus is sure that they have their own responsibilities. They wander through a large pit called the Steps, which is the last place anyone ever saw the green scar. Meanwhile, the Sentinels encounter a dog on that road, and because it's a Harg, they kill it. But they don't know that the dog can also transform into a dangerous monster. Amadeus made them by accident a few centuries ago. They are harmless if left alone. Amadeus feels bad that he didn't warn the Sentinels, even though they might still try to kill him afterward. They come across another large pit, but the status looks worse than the last one. Tala wonders what happened here. Amadeus tells her that this place is the last battle that the Green Scar ever fought. 100 years ago, they stood right here and defended the last Shadow Elders against the horde of the Fifth Imperium. And Banner did what he does. As far as Amadeus knows, Banner hasn't let the monster out since. They eventually arrive at Banner's cabin. There, they don't see Banner, but Amadeus is sure that this is his place because there is a picture of Kyera, who was his queen, and his greatest ally Korg. There is also a picture of Jen. Tala expresses that Jen looks strong. Amadeus says she is, but she was really a different kind of strong. She came to help them fight, but in the end, she went another way. She helped negotiate the long peace between the Third and Fourth Imperia for what that is worth. Somehow, she still believes in the law. Tala is surprised to know that Jen is still alive. After a while, Banner finally shows up. Amadeus advises Tala not to make Banner angry. They haven't met each other for 97 years. Tala asks for the Hulk's help, and Banner responds that he would love to, but the Hulk isn't available. He tells them that 1,000 years ago, he stood here with Kyera. They stared out over the steps, and he said to her that maybe they should just disappear and never fight again. She told him that he doesn't have to fear himself. So, they went back to save the world, but it didn't end well. She died along with thousands of others, gone in an instant when Crown City fell. Tala says that was a long time ago. Right now there is an evil priestess. She kills every Harg she finds, except the little ones. One of them was her brother, and she thinks Banner can help her because he is the strongest one there is. Banner replies that is the problem. Amadeus knows what he really is. He says people don't really want to make things better. They just want to make things worse for the people they hate. That is all they want the Hulk for, is smashing. Tala says that is not what she is talking about. She just wants to save her brother. She bursts out in anger after Banner refuses to help. She reveals she carries his curse, and all it gives her is the strength to endure. For Banner, he has all the strength in the world. He could change things. However, she decides to find Jen for help instead. Angry, Banner turns into the Hulk after hearing all of those words and walks away from them. At the Sky City, the leader named Governor is informed that they have received another message from Amadeus who is insisting to speak to Jen. Governor says that can't happen. If Jen is disturbed, the Sky City will crash into the fallen world below because this city is powered by her energy. The tablet is now back on. Tala assures her brother that she will save him. Amadeus throws the tablet into lava, as it could get tracked by the signal from the connection. He wonders if anyone didn't teach Tala about this. She responds that no one did. Amadeus is the only one who knows about this stuff, and he wasn't there to teach her. He says she was better off without him, and she is probably better off without him now. For a long time, he tried to fix everything all the time. The reason he is green is that he tried to fix the Hulk. He took gamma powers, thinking he would know how to use them. Here on Sakaar, he spread some of that green around. He figured if people had a little more endurance, fewer people would die. But now, it just turns people like Tala's brother into targets for that High Priestess. Tala is shocked upon knowing that Amadeus made them the Harg, some through science and some through love. Tala is offended that Amadeus never asked for her name. He says if he asks, he will never forget it. He carries too many names around and turns out even gods can die. Suddenly, they are attacked by a robot. It attempts to capture Amadeus, but Korg, who got Amadeus' message, shows up to destroy it. Tala is curious if Korg has been living on the Sky City all this time. He says not exactly. He looks for people who need help and brings them there. but there seem to be a lot of people who need help these days. Governor yells to Korg from afar that he told him not to bring any more strays as they can't handle it. Amadeus confronts Governor that's not the kind of talk he remembers hearing from his father's father back when he helped build this city. He tells Governor not to act surprised as he has been pinging him for hours. Jen is indisposed. Amadeus already tracked her gamma signature, which is on the 3rd sublevel. Governor says she chose to do this to keep them all alive. As the city grew, they needed more energy. Amadeus had disappeared, and Governor couldn't ask him for help, so Jen decided to do it. She has been doing this for 83 years. Jen, upon knowing about Tala's brother, she leaves the machine and causes the Sky City to fall. Governor begs her not to abandon them. She says she swore to help people, but Governor kept secrets for generations, while the people on the ground suffered. He asks, "What about the Sky City's people?" as they swore to keep this city safe. She responds that the city is still an island, safer than most. She advises Governor to protect himself and the others until she gets back. Upon arriving at Venkiera's fortress, Jen fights her way in to rescue Balo and other kids. Amadeus discovers that there is no equipment there. They weren't studying those kids. Then Venkiera shows up to capture Jen, as the children were just bait. She reveals that Amadeus was her first target, but since he was too weak, she allowed him to go. She was hoping he would bring her the green scar, but Jen will do just fine. Amadeus gets knocked down by gamma inhibitors. He blames himself for not seeing it coming, and instructs Tala to get out of there. However, Venkiera doesn't allow them to go anywhere. Tala wonders why Venkiera hates them so much. She reveals she was at the steps when the last Shadow Elders stood against the 5th Imperium. She was a priest shadow, and she was saved by the Harg. The reason she hunts the Harg is that she saw what they can do. Everything she was ever taught said that there was a reason to the world, that what they do matters, that each of them has a role to play, a purpose. But against the power and fury of the Harg, nothing matters. 10,000 Imperial soldiers died that day. They were her enemies, but they were flesh and blood, just like her and monsters like the Harg. Amadeus says they didn't kill those people. The 5th Imperium bombed the whole battlefield. They killed their own army trying to kill the Harg. Venkiera responds that it doesn't make any difference. If the Harg hadn't been there, those people would have lived. Amadeus himself also knows all this. That's why he disappeared for all these years. Tala protests that her grandfather saved millions of people, but Venkiera says he harmed more than he did save them. He made a lot of mistakes. The planet is now slowly being destroyed by Venkiera. There is lava everywhere. Amadeus is afraid that she will wake up the World Breaker, and she responds that she is counting on it. Banner says when the world breaks, someone should do something. It should be Kiera, the old strong who is bound to the stone and soul of this planet. Everyone has forgotten her, but he remembers, and he will remember her forever. She brought this world together. When he stood by her side, he thought he could too. If she were here now, she would know how to heal without harm, like she did the first time it all fell apart. While he raged, she focused and saved their children, their beautiful boys. She gave them her old power so she could protect them forever, as they protected their worlds. Sakaar bonded with Earth, but Hero Kala, he failed him. Hero was just a lost child who became a monster. He should have been able to reach him. Kiera always knew how to do the right thing the right way, but he mucks it up every time. All the power in the world, but whenever he uses it, he just breaks things. Venkiera uses Jen's energy to power up the starship. Balo apologizes to Tala for getting caught, and now it puts them in trouble. Tala comforts him that they can't control everything. They can't predict everything that is going to happen. Korg informs Amadeus that Venkiera uses Jen's energy to break the ground and power their ship. They need Banner to help them. Amadeus contacts Banner through his device, though he doesn't allow Banner to participate in this fight, as he knows Venkiera is just trying to draw him out so she can tap into his power. He instructs Banner to stay where he is. Upon catching a glimpse of Jen, Amadeus borrows Korg's axe and releases her from the ship, but that doesn't stop the world from breaking. The people panic and accuse this happened because of the Harg, just like the High Priestess foretold them. Suddenly, Amadeus and the others show up to save them from the quake. They hesitate to board the boat because the rescuers are the Harg. Amadeus tries to explain that it was the priestess who did all of this. They eventually get on board and are brought to the Sky City. Amadeus informs Governor about Venkiera's doing, so he told the neighboring settlements to come here. Governor has no idea how they are going to save those people since the city can't fly without Jen. But Jen is not the only Harg in town. Amadeus decides to give his energy to power up the city. Tala doesn't want him to do it. He has already gotten drained by gamma inhibitors, so she asks to do it instead. He says he has just tweaked the machinery so it very specifically won't work on her. She claims this is all her fault. She says everyone is right about the Harg. It's not just Banner. They all are the world breakers. He comforts her that they are not. They are just people. They have to be a little more careful, but they all have their turn to do what they have to, and now it is his turn to do this thing. However, Amadeus isn't strong enough to lift the city. He will only keep the city aloft for a few hours before he dies. Jen wants to go back in, but Tala isn't allowed to, as she might be dead as well. They all have their turn, and now it's Banner's. After the Sky City crashes, everyone makes their way to see Banner, and Tala convinces him to return as the Green Scar. Amadeus begs her not to persuade Banner to return, as they already know how dangerous he is. Banner says Amadeus used to believe in him, and he used to believe in himself 1,000 years ago under Mahatan. Amadeus told him they had enough brains to tally up all the variables, to focus their power perfectly to avoid hurting innocents. He asks Amadeus to do that again. Amadeus expresses that was a fantasy even back then. They managed it for a while, but they can't see or control every single factor. There is no such thing as perfection, no guarantee of safety or success. Balo motivates him that it's all right. He just has to do his best, and Balo loves his best. Eventually, Amadeus and Banner are back on the battlefield. Hulk breaks the nearby ground to retrieve his armor and weapon. Together, they are going to save the world and defeat the priestess. The people on the starship receive word that the Green Scar has returned. The headman ceases their worry, as they have already escaped to the priestess fortress. Suddenly, Venkiera shows up to tell the headman that he is confused. They are not here to escape. They are here to fight, because the Hulk is trying to save the cursed world. The headman is confused, as he thought the Hulk was the world breaker. Korg informs Hulk that the priestess is breaking the planet. They need to find whatever machine she is using to do it. Jen tells Amadeus that it's time for him to triangulate the tectonic waves or whatever he does. He responds that he hasn't been able to pull off those kinds of tricks for centuries. But actually, he hasn't tried. He says he can't see all the variables. He's afraid that something will go wrong if he does it. But what Hulk knows is that everything will go wrong if Amadeus doesn't. And Tala motivates him to do his best. Venkiera forces the people to go into battle along with the army, even the children. As the Hulk and the others have found her, she commands her army to launch the attack. Gamma inhibitors can't do anything to Hulk. He destroys the robots by smashing the ground to drown them in lava. He rages after getting burned by the fire. Amadeus then reminds him to only smash the Sentinels and leave those people alone. He yells to the people to lay down their weapons and walk away, as no one deserves to die. Venkiera is mad, so she sends the lava toward the people. Hulk smashes the ground to prevent the lava from killing them. But it doesn't work until Amadeus uses his technique to shield the people with those breaking rocks. Amadeus has found the machine that Venkiera uses to break the planet. The only way to stop it is to destroy it, so Hulk doesn't waste any time. Then the ground is settling. The lava is also receding, but Amadeus discovers it is not over yet. Venkiera's machine wasn't just splitting the surface. It was trying to stop the molten core of the planet from spinning, and they just gave it the last bit of energy it needed. Without the dynamo of the molten core, the planet's protective magnetosphere is breaking apart. The cosmic ray is incinerating everything. Everyone is desperate, while Amadeus apologizes to Tala and Balo. Suddenly, Tala uses her ability to absorb the cosmic ray from burning the planet, but knowing this is too much for her. Amadeus and Jen also help her to absorb it. Hulk asks them to stop. He breaks the ground and jumps into the planet core to smash it, firing it up again, and the cosmic ray disappears. Eventually, the Hulk saved the planet. People can now live in peace again. And that's it for this comic. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and like this video to support my content.